All right, we back. Motor City Sports talking. Desmond, Trufant, and Sneering return to the lineup, and as well as Justin Coleman probably after the bye. So does Jeff Okudah go back to the bench? Let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video, and yeah, I would guess so. All right, you still in a situation where Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia could say their job. If they beat the Saints this weekend, they be 2-2 going into the bye, and I guess the learning by fire is over for Jeff Okudah. Okudah goes back to the bench. And that's a tough pill to swallow because your top three picks that you picked this year in the draft, they're not producing. And other players' picks are producing. Okay. You got Clyde Edwards-Helaire in Kansas City. He balling. Why ain't Kerryon Johnson? Okay. You got Henderson down in the Jaguars. He started. So was AJ Terrell before he went to the guy on the COVID list. He tested positive. So you telling me, I don't care if it's a makeshift year or not, you telling me that your top three picks won't be, providing. They won't be playing full-time positions or really part-time positions. Okudah going to the bench. DeAndre Swift pretty much on the bench. He had no carries and 3 catches last week. Julian Okwara has been healthy scratched already, and then when he has been active, he hasn't played. So you telling me out of all the draft picks that you picked this year, Jonah Jackson is the only one that's producing? Quintez Cephas has now been summoned back to the bench, so he's not producing. Logan Stenberg made the team, but they brought a guy they cut in Obashe, whatever his name is, back to start at guard, and he wasn't ready. So every draft pick you pick, you cut Huntley, and then the guy from Ohio State, he got injured. So every draft pick you pick is not producing, when the team is healthy. But Jonah Jackson, and that's a blessing. Your fourth round pick is your best pick. He on your only pick producing. That's where it kind of gets scary at. Last year, Tavai, he wasn't playing full time. Will Harris, he wasn't playing full time at all until he started playing when they traded Quadre. So you looking last year was looking kind of funny too. And the Lions are just like an old school college team where they redshirting some of their best players. You just sit there and you think about it like, man, they ain't drafting. The Ravens picked at 28 and Patrick Queen is producing for them. Joe Burrows, he was picked number 1 overall. He had the same uphill battle that Jeff Okudah had. He producing. He playing better than Carson Wentz and Sam Darnold put together. So, you think about it, you put Okudah on the bench and it's pretty much, co-signing what I said. I said it takes a while for a corner to produce in this league. I said the same thing about the tight end last year. So 2 years in a row, the Lions are in a must-win situation and they take a position that's going to need to marinate before you can serve it and cook it and serve it. Same thing with the Pistons. They was in a must-win now situation. They passed up on Kevin Porter. They took Diambo, passed up on Kevin Porter again. But you was in a must-win situation this year, and you took a project and you passed up on a right now player in Porter who produced for Cleveland last year. No, you just gotta think like these guys that's in these positions, they not smart. I think some of the fans have a better eye for the talent and know more than the guys that's up top. Unless it's just designed for you to make stupid moves. Who knows? But in my opinion, it ain't looking good right now. It ain't looking good right now for Bob Quinn. If I was in this position, let's say they went 7-9 and 8-8, he's still getting fired. Because none of your draft picks are producing. Last year, Jeff Okudah didn't produce. TJ Hawkinson didn't produce outside the first game. Tavai, he played here and there. No, Will, I forget who won the third. I think Will won the 4th round. I forget who won the 3rd last year. Who producing? Ty is cut now. He was your 6th round pick last year, 2 years ago. So that's kind of where you think about it with Jeff Okudah. They going to find a spot for him to play here and there for pretty much you redshirting your entire draft. Then you had the kid, the Brian kid, whatever his name out of Clemson. Y'all was pumping his head up. I still ain't seen him on the field. I think he was on the field shortly last year. Armani, he was injured all last year until the end. He started producing. He went in the 5th, I think. I think Will win the fourth or the third. So I'm starting to kind of remember. But it's for a team that 9-7 wasn't good enough to continue to take players that's not going to help you in the now and going to help you in the future, and that's going to help you in the future. You may not be here. His draft resume has been reckless and terrible. Bob Quinn. He's taking players that's not helping us win now. And then when you're taking guys like Hockenson that's supposed to help us win in year 2, y'all don't even have a game plan to exploit when he has great matchups. You're not even on the same accord as the offensive coordinator. If I spend a 7th pick overall on a tight end, and he then took the strides offseason physically and mentally to get better, he faster, quicker, stronger, and you're not getting him the football, he getting 7 targets and 5 targets and 5 targets. Well, I need to have a conversation with you. Because, in Philly, which they're not doing good this year, if Zach Ertz got a great matchup, Zach Ertz gonna have 20 targets. He probably gonna have 15 catches for like $150 with 3 or 4 touchdowns. So, like I said, you could tell the front office and the coaching staff ain't on the same accord. They're not on the same key. And it's sad. Because now, it was rumors that, Bob Quinn wanted Jeff Okudah and Matt Patricia wanted Derrick Brown. But guess what? Derrick Brown not producing either. At all. So, at some point with, moving Jeff Okudah to the bench, you're going to hear the bus birds come out. He's a bust. Then you look at your 2nd round pick, DeAndre Swift, he dropped the ball. Now he ain't really getting no PT like that. He's a bust. Now you look at your 3rd round pick, he ain't even getting on the field. He's a bust. So none of your draft picks are playing but on special teams. Quintez Cephas is on special teams. He made a tackle last week, though. Shout out to him. You have no team speed. You're not drafting no superstar talent. Now your number 3 overall pick, he ain't playing. Which, if he wasn't going to play, you might as well took Tua Tagovailoa, because he ain't playing either. So my 3rd overall pick is going to be sitting on the bench. Why not took the quarterback? That's what I don't get. They're going to get paid the same. Jeff Okudah just going out there looking like a damn fool, getting towards him. I was tired of being disrespected. You still had a terrible game. You made a tackle on the pick. You playing 15 yards off, and he ain't even the fastest receiver in the league, nowhere near it. Just got to ask yourself, is the game plan to sabotage the Lions? That's what it looked like. You have drafted no exceptional talent. You don't have a Calvin, you don't have a Sue. Come on. No talent has been. You say Kenny Galladay, but he's not getting this respect at all. He getting disrespected. Even he came back last week. He was a difference. Guess what? He still ain't got paid. Not to our knowledge. So, you look at it, and it just looked like a terrible draft year. Once again. Maybe next year this draft will get better. But right now, Trufant and Coleman come back and Okudah on the bench. You don't got no rookie that's playing at a full-time position but Jonah Jackson. And this Bob Quinn has been consistently and horribly bad at drafting. Him, his coaching staff, his scouting department, they not on the same key. You draft Hockenson for fucking what? Please tell me why. You don't even give him the ball. Why do you draft the guy? Why? If you're not gonna use him like Gronkowski. So, like I said, man, this is we'll see his head scratching. But that's one of the negatives when those guys get off the injury list. You got to cut guys, and then a lot of the rookies going back to the bench. Just think about this for a minute. 36, 35-year-old Adrian Peterson, your best back out the backfield. After years, even before you got here, Bob Quinn, of Amir Abdullah, Theo Reddick, you know what I'm saying? Kerryon Johnson, you know what I'm saying? DeAndre Swift, Ty Johnson, Jason Huntley, Joyce Bell, Reggie Bush, before he got here. You know what I'm saying? All these guys you done brought in. Bo Scarborough. a 35, 36-year-old running back is still your best running back. But let me know what you guys think. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you have business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. All my social media links there. You want to make a donation, Cash App CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time we gone.